Okay, I'm gonna skip over to like the end of my tutorial thingy. I'm gonna take my hand after I put out a lot of grunt work modifying all the vertices so that everything's like the right shape and the topology's okay and wherever the heck the case may be. I'm gonna import my human figure into my application. This is the human figure I built in 3D Studio Max. I exported it from Max as an OBJ and imported it into Maya. If you don't know how to import, if you are unable to import an OBJ into Maya, get this. You have to turn it on. I know it sounds really ridiculous, but there's an option in the settings somewhere that allow you to determine what plugins are on and what plugins are off. So apparently Mental Ray, you need to turn that on. It comes with Maya comes with Mental Ray, but it's not turned on. So if you don't turn it on, you might not be able to use Mental Ray inside of Maya. The same thing with importing OBJs. It comes with an OBJ thing, but if it's not turned on, you can't use it. So the way you turn it on is you go to Window, Settings and Preferences, Plugin Manager. That's Window, Settings and Preferences, Plugin Manager. And you gotta look for something called OBJ export.mll. OBJ export.mll. And that allows you to import OBJs into Maya. I wasn't covering Mental Ray, but if you need to like use Mental Ray, I believe the plugin that you need to activate is called Maya to mr.mll. That's Maya to mr.mll. And that will turn on your Mental Ray modifier. Well, not Mental Ray modifier, but the Mental Ray rendering thing that you can use in order to render out Mental Ray image thing. Mental Ray looks really cool. Like, it looks spectacular. You can use it to like render out stuff that looks like claymation, and it's sick. Check it out. I'll do a demonstration of it sometime, someday in the future when I get around to it. As I said, I'll get around to a lot of things eventually. Hopefully before I die. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, import it. Import this thing as an OBJ into Maya. And there's my little figure that I built using 3D Studio Max. And I don't like my figure. I think the shape is a little awkward. But that's okay. I can modify it. It's cool. I'll probably like take it into ZBrush later and like tweak it to death. But before I take it into ZBrush, I want to unwrap it first. And then I'll tweak it to death. Because what I want to do is I want to texture the thing inside of ZBrush. And then I'm going to use ZBrush to export everything. But that's all going to be covered in a completely different tutorial. So don't even think about that right now. Where was I? Yeah, we gotta attach our hand to our figure. So there's our cool hand. I don't like this finger. I think I'll bend it a little bit. Select that finger. Soft selection. Rotate. Rotate. Press insert to change the position of my gizmo thingy. Rotate. make sure you're on set to rotation before you press insert and modify the position of the thingy. So rotate. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Get the form like nice and nice. Okay, that's just more grunt work. Sorry guys. Skip this grunt work a little bit. Okay, there you go. More grunt work. More grunt work. Right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to rotate my fingers so again they're in more of a relaxed position so they can like bend better and the polygons don't skew as much. I think I mentioned this before. You guys are gonna have to forgive me if I seem a bit repetitive. Actually, I feel like it's been a while since I did a tutorial like this. Okay, so now that you're happy with your hand, you gotta position it and attach it the way you attach the fingers. Essentially, you combine it into a single mesh object type thing, like so. Scale it and position it so it's like the correct shape and correct proportions as the rest of your figure. Select your two objects and go into the menu over here and click combine. The mesh menu and click combine and combine those meshes, and then when they're combined go into the edit mesh menu. You can pull that out if you want. I like pulling these things out. And then use the merge vertex tool and merge all these vertices together. And some of this mesh looks a little like distorted, like it doesn't match up or something, but that's okay because you can select these vertices and you can move them. I'm going to use a soft selection in order to move these things. Scale it in a bit here, scale it in a bit there. Just keep like skewing these things around until like all the vertices have like a nice shape and whatnot. I feel like I'm losing my voice, damn. Okay. And then more grunt work. You'll kind of notice that there's not really that many tools. There's only like a handful of tools that you need to know in order to do this stuff, and the rest is honestly, it's just grunt work. A lot of this stuff is pure grunt work. Make sure you're like using the different viewport to figure out the correct orientation and whatnot. Because if you're using different viewports, it's easy to like get like the positions for your vertices, your 3D objects wrong if you're just looking at one viewport. You gotta look at your stuff from different views in order to make sure that things are going into the right position. So that's all for now. If you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to let me know. Until next time, keep drawing and have fun.